Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Steffy was confident that Hope would turn against Carter. Steffy believed that Hope would abandon him if he returned Forrester creations to the Forresters, and he did. Hope assumed that Carter would quit his job after her line was terminated and she was fired. But Carter didn't follow Hope's lead. Shortly later, in what played like a valedictory scene, Carter met with Hope at the cabin. Hope wasn't allowing about Carter and appeared unfit to realize she was proving to be what Steffy said. Carter was carrying out of character lately, and people at FC began to take notice. Still, Steffy was the first to fate that Carter was part of a pattern that Liam and Thomas followed. Steffy has an advantage that other people don't. As devoted suckers know, she and Hope grappled for control of Liam for numerous times. Steffy honored that her family, Thomas, was falling into a trap. He was obsessed with Hope, and she didn't have romantic passions for him. Ultimately, Hope brought herself to come involved in a voluntary relationship that was about love and included her rejecting Thomas's 2 marriage proffers. Carter worked his way over in this tight-knit family's fashion business. In more recent times he was elevated beyond being FC's principal legal counsel to also being its chief operating officer and being appointed to a seat on the board of directors. His deceptive preemption of the company was a stunner, with Steffy persuading her forefather and father that Carter only did so because of Hope's provocation. That standpoint lets Carter off the hook and is felt by the revived top triad because they suppose of him as a family member. Eric serves as an existent father figure. Ridge is seen as a stock and stylish friend. Hope sensationalized the hand she incompletely dealt to herself. She felt sure that her emotional bond with Carter meant he'd remain persuadable indefinitely. But Daphne was a decisive player in Steffy's plan to regain the company. Carter caught Daphne's scent, as did everyone who enjoyed her unique spices. Still, Carter's mind and heart was overhauled by Daphne, who intends to replace Hope. But observers aren't counting Noelle's character out. She's scorned and out of work. So, Hope has nothing to lose and will probably pursue vengeance through colorful means. Her multiple-time ex-husband, Liam, has a top position at Spencer Publications, which is projected as a probable comeback vehicle for particular and business reasons. Steffy may see Luna and Sheila participating a moment as they connect as grandmother and granddaughter. Will Steffy fear and run to Finn demanding he keep Sheila and Luna piecemeal? Steffy Forrester is formerly furious over Luna Nozawa's pardon. Steffy tried to force Luna's arrest indeed after the phone call that pardoned her. Steffy was mealy when Finn didn't tell Luna he wanted nothing to do with her indeed though he walked down. Now that Steffy thinks she has Luna out of Finn's life for good, she'll seek commodity indeed more shocking. Commodity that will scarify Steffy to no end. Steffy will learn that Luna has turned to the only relation who's speaking to her presently, her grandmother Sheila. Steffy knows what Sheila has done to her and Finn. Now Steffy has to imagine what these two will do. Formerly they put their heads together. Luna and Sheila both detest Steffy and refuses to allow her to push them out of Finn's life. What will Steffy do now? When Sheila eventually realized that Luna was indeed her granddaughter, she was like a sprat with a new toy. Luna might be a killer, but she's still Finn's child that neither of them knew about until lately. Luna and Sheila are likely to be stylish musketeers. Formerly Sheila calms Deacon down. Steffy will clearly see them together at some point. Steffy generally runs off to Paris whenever she leaves Finn because of commodity she perceives to be his fault. Where will Steffy run off to this time? Imagine her walking into Il Giardino and seeing Sheila and Luna with their heads together. Steffy may jump an airplane to Timbuktu. One thing is for sure, Steffy wouldn't want to be anywhere near LA. Steffy and Sheila should have a huge showdown over Luna. Finn might not stand up to cover her, but you can go, Sheila will. Can you just imagine Steffy trying to rant Luna like she did in front of Finn? Steffy may be suitable to rattle Luna a little bit, but imagine her response to Sheila telling Steffy to back off her granddaughter or differently. Eventually Luna might feel like someone cares and is taking up for her. Also Luna and Sheila would be a force to be reckoned with. Sheila could take Luna under her sect and educate her everything she knows. Will Luna use her recently discovered information to put her stepmama in her place? Is this alliance all Finn needs for his woman? To run off again? Daphne comforts a agonized Carter. Meanwhile, Ridge rejects Brooke again. At Forrester Creations, Taylor Hayes reminds Brooke that Ridge has moved on. The psychiatrist suggests the Golden do the same. Brooke turns to Ridge and reminds him that he's the love of her life. They need to reunite so they can continue erecting their future together. The two women have a heated debate and forth. Brooke tells her partner that they need to heal and move forward together. After a long vacillation, Ridge says reuniting with Brooke in Rome made it clear they were fortune. Still, it didn't work out and he's married to someone differently now. Ridge admits he'll always love Brooke, but his future is with Taylor now. Brooke walks out and heartbreaks in the hallway. In the design office, Daphne and Steffy are drooling about Carter. Finn enters and notices Steffy's good mood. They sputter about the Forresters being in control again. Daphne credits Carter as Steffy reflections about Hope playing victim. Daphne leaves to check on someone. Ultimately, Shin goes back to the Precipice house. Steffy tells the good croaker that FC is further than a business, it's a home. Steffy has always conceded of leading the company. She's glad Hope is gone but worries about Brooke worming her way back in Ridge's life. At the cabin, Hope continues slamming Carter. The susurrus reminds her of everything he offered for her. Hope reasons that he has his job while she lost her entire line. Carter begs her not to give up on their relationship. Carter's aunt believes she's questioning his love for her. Hope says it must be easier for the Forresters to condemn and smirch her than to believe their good little dog face would ever betray them. Carter explains he'd to hear to his heart. Carter also asks if Hope is jilting him because he can't help her presently. Hope says Ridge and Steffy got into the susurrus's head. The council sees it now. Hope treated him like gold while he was keeping her happy. The nanosecond he did commodity she didn't authorize of, he was dismissed. Hope accuses him of setting her up, also tells him farewell. Carter is back at the office and Daphne walks in. Daphne learns that Hope ditched him. The susurrus thanks her for helping him but he's squinched up right now. Daphne gives him a vim talk and reminds him of all his positive traits. Daphne says his heart is broken not because he gave his heart down, but because he gave it to the wrong woman. Daphne decides to eventually make a move on Carter. Meanwhile, Ridge is forced to formally again choose between Brooke and Taylor. Carter to be confused and agonized. The susurrus chose the Forresters but anticipated to still be with Hope romantically. Carter tried to supplicate and get Hope to understand his perspective. The council also said that this could be a test. Nothing he said would get Hope to change her mind though. She feels betrayed and blames him. When Carter leaves the cabin and returns to Forrester Creations, he'll look distrait. Ridge and Steffy might contend that it's for the stylish. While Carter might know that in his head, his heart is another story. It's stated that the Paris perfumier makes her move on Carter. Daphne will probably be a hearkening observance for Carter. The nose could also remind Carter of all his positive traits, and all the reasons she admires him. At some point, Daphne might indeed make him forget Hope ever was. Ridge will be forced to make another decision. Brooke prompted her ex-husband to come home now that the preemption is reversed. Still, Ridge didn't just leave Brooke because of the preemption, it was him viewing her job acceptance as a treason. In any case, Taylor isn't just a placeholder. So, for Brooke to suddenly demand he make a choice implies commodity has changed or happened between them. Ridge formally made his choice. At the same time, he did make an intriguing concession. The fashion developer said he no way misdoubted Brooke's heart, it was the treason. So, does that mean Ridge is still in love with Brooke? Does Ridge love Taylor the same way? That could be the edge that Brooke uses to get Ridge to question his decision. Of course, Brooke is forgetting that she's soliciting a man who was enough nasty to her son. Indeed, though Brooke was against the preemption, her turning around and soliciting that same man to take her back is really opprobrious. Does she really suppose it's going to be one big, happy family?